Do you think this 2015 Hockey Hall of Fame announced Monday, the induction ceremony will be November the 9th, and they're talking about Sergei Fedorov, who I loved, Chris Pronger, Phil Housley, Angelo Ruggiero, Peter Cameronos Jr., Bill Hay. Do you think that that's fair? Did they leave anybody out that you think that shouldn't have been left out?
My personal feeling is I don't know why and how Dave Anderchuk is not getting even a...
Well, yeah, that's a great point. So why?
He scored over 600 goals. He's got the most power play goals in the history of the league, and he's won a cup.
Why? Why did they overlook him?
I don't know.
Nobody can explain that. Phil, what is your feeling about Lindros?
I don't think that he belongs there in the Hall of Fame. That's my gut.
I don't think he belongs for one reason, personally. For the catastrophe that, and I will never forget it, that he wouldn't play on the team that he was drafted on.
Yeah, that's true. Well, he did that in junior.
And to me, you know what? I've met him. He's not a bad guy. He's a nice man. But I mean, I think that that's bullshit.
Well,
yeah, well, it is. But that was the way he was, and that's it. Look, he was a pretty good player. Don't get me wrong.
He dominated the league for almost 5 years. And I can tell you, without looking at all of the people in the Hall of Fame, there aren't many that dominated the league for 5 years.
But let me ask you a question, Billy.
But you go on
numbers. You have a good nose for hockey.
Right, you go on longevity and numbers.
That Lindros was ever the player that the press anticipated him to be when there was that whole fiasco that he wouldn't go to Quebec?
Yeah.
Well, that's probably true that he did that.
You know what, Frank? I think it's a legitimate negative point. I mean, if you're not going to be a party to the industry that you make...
He shouldn't have fucking... the NHL turtled. I would have said, fuck you, don't play.
Yeah.
I agree.
Then you're undermining the whole process of the NHL and the draft.
Yeah. Well,
yep.
That's available if you've got two willing partners. Phil can tell you that.
Yes, sir.
I'm just telling you that is... If you don't play by the rules, you get penalized. You get thrown out. You get suspended. You breach a contract.
Listen, I was the general manager of the Rangers when he did that, and I was instructed to go and try to get him, and whatever it took to get him. And I remember arguing with Jack Diller and I forget the other guy's name now, but saying, listen, to me the guy has no character. He did this to me in junior.
Listen, I met him. He's a nice man. I would not, if I was Bettman, ever have forgiven him. And I don't think they have forgiven him, and that's why he's not been inducted in the Hall of Fame.